on two streams. Welcome to the 2025 Glitter Bombspiel at the Potomac Curling Club. This is Ken Park on the controls. And
hi, everyone. This is Steve Kaltenbaugh. I'll be bringing you all of our action. Let's do a quick run-through of our teams. On Sheet A, we've got Slide Into Me versus Come From Behind. Sheet B is Team Peach Emoji, Eggplant Emoji, Devil Emoji. We've been told to just call them Team Dirty Emoji. They'll be facing I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee. Over on Sheet C, we've got Queens of LSDei versus Two Tries, Abai, and Jared. And over on Sheet D, we've got the Strap-On Sliders versus Team Uriosty. The action is just getting started, so we're going to be focusing in on Sheets B and C just for ease of keeping track of everything. So let's go ahead and quick introduce the teams. Over on Sheet B, Team Dirty Emoji is with Kyle Foster as skip, Jonathan Ochoco third, Nick Datlowe at second, and Andrew Moulton at lead. I Have No Bones Yet I Must Flee is Ryan Claussen at skip, Chris Bruton at third, Dara Merz at second, David Thill at lead. Both of these teams are a conglomeration of a lot of different clubs coming from all around the country, and I believe one player from Vancouver, which I'm not sure is BC or Washington, but either way, it's super, super great to have all of these wonderful players coming in from all over the country and or continent. I Have No Bones starting out with a fairly high guard. Over on Sheet C, quick introductions of the teams. Teams Queens of LSDei. They are the Potomac 5 and under representatives. Josh D is skipping. Leena Hornlein is the third. Conor McCadden is second, and Jackie Sharp is the lead. Two Tries, Abai, and Jared has David Zimmerman as skip, Jared Farley at third, Mark Welker at second, and Kate Lamb as the lead. Over on Sheet C, we're going to start taking a look at that. We've got two stones in the house already. Yellow just sitting half in the 8, red covering it up. Red does have the hammer in the first end. And Two Tries, Abai, and Jared looking to cover up the other corner now, trying to set that up.
And if you're watching our Sheet AD stream, we'll just apologize that you have to listen to all our commentary too, because we only have one audio feed here. If you don't want to hear us, turn us down or just bring up both streams and then you can watch them all.
Yeah, exactly. Over on Sheet B, the red team also won the hammer. And I believe that's the Sealand flag if you're seeing it posted up on the scoreboard there. Looks like a nice nose hit to take that yellow stone out. Red currently sitting 2. Yeah, Sealand, a unincorporated extrajudicial country off the coast of the United Kingdom, basically on an old barge, I believe. But they do have their own curling club.
I thought it was an oil platform.
Oh, yes, an oil platform, excuse me. But they do have their own curling team, and some of the representatives are out here on the ice today. Two Tries, Abai, and Jared, they are getting on the rings with their third stone, but not quite covered. So it looks like the Queens of LSD are going to aim to take out that shot stone. Conor McCadden here at second. As I mentioned, these are Potomac's 5 and under representatives. This team, I was talking with Conor last night. They are spieling next week in Tempe, Arizona for a 5 and under qualifier. Very nice takeout there. They also have a number of spiels coming up over the next month or two, all hoping to qualify for 5 and under nationals. They made a very nice run last year, and they're hoping to repeat this year.
Hoping to do even better this year.
Oh, yeah.
With a little more experience.
Jumping back to Sheet B, we've got Team Dirty Emoji. They have 2 in the house now. That shot stone is the top stone there in the front 8. I Have No Bones looking to sneak around their yellow guard and sit behind, hopefully get shot there. And I believe these are Vice stones now, so I believe that's Chris Bruton. Looks pretty good from this vantage point. The sweepers are on this. Definitely around the guard. Will they be able to carry it all the way in? Looks like it's coming up a little light. So now the Dirty Emoji is trying to figure out how they can protect their stones. And it looks like they're calling for just something in the top 12 there. And just covering up a little bit more, trying to protect that shot stone and the one behind it. I believe this is Jonathan Ochoco throwing Vice Rocks. Ooh, wait, this might be the second. No, that's not Nick. Yeah, that's got to be Jonathan. Line looks pretty good here. It might be a... yeah, it's looking good. Sweepers on this, trying to just get a piece of the house, and they do so.
Right where they wanted it.
Yeah, that's going to make it very difficult to...
Putting the pressure on. There's no good draw path. I think, well, I guess you'd probably still get to the... Yeah, you can still outcount them drawn on the other side, but...
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a lot of room on the other side, but they haven't thrown it there at all this game, so it's time to break up some of that pebble and see if they're able to adjust to this side. As a reminder, red does have hammers, so red sitting 3, they've got a real power play going. Over on sheet C, yellow 2 tries, Abai and Jared currently sitting 2. Shot Rock is biting the 8-foot for now, although it looks like that's going to be taken out. And just getting a piece of it. It's going to stick around in the rings, but red rolls really nicely. It's going to be covered up quite a bit, biting the 4-foot.
All 3 guards, so yeah.
Yeah, there might be a... It looks like they're going to call for probably about a hack weight hit, maybe even back line. Just try to nudge that out. It's going to be a tough shot, but definitely there, I think.
So that was Leena throwing on sheet C. And sweeper's on it. Trying to get it past all the guards. It is, and it does get to that red rock. So,
just nudging it back. It's still going to be shot rock. Yellow is... That shooter looks like it's just out of play, and they kick it away. So red's still sitting 1, and I think those teams might be switched. Queens of LSD is yellow.
Yeah, it wasn't doing my job. I completely forgot to check the rock colors in all their sheets here.
Oh, you're good.
So, yeah, all right. Queens of LSD are yellow. We got what's on sheet B?
I think that's correct because Team Dirty Emoji, yeah, there's Nick down there, and he's not throwing. So.
And over on sheet A,
slide into me, come from behind. Afraid I don't know one way or the other.
Yeah, I'll go figure that out. How about sheet D?
Strap-on sliders I know is Courtney and Laura.
Which must be red.
Yeah. So that's
got
okay.
That right. Okay. Yep. Let's go see who's on A.
All right. Jumping back to sheet B here. Looks like a very nice stone for I Have No Bones. Sitting top 12 here. Yellow's still sitting 1, but that is nicely covered here. The dirty emoji's looking to blow that up and maybe even make a double. I think if they hit just off of nose, they should be able to get the double either way. The angle isn't quite there for a jam, but we'll see how it goes. And it looks like they're going to hit this little too thin there, and they do, in fact, jam. So they do get that stone out from the top 12, and there's a clear path to get at that shot stone. Yellow is still sitting 1. Over on sheet C, red is sitting 2. That's 2 tries by and Jared.
All right, had sheet A wrong, but it's right now, so.
Wonderful, thank you, Ken.
Although I like the team order better before I somehow slide into me, come from behind sounds better than come from behind, slide into me, but I guess either works.
It's fine, it's fine. I've seen it both ways. Yes, the Queens of LSDei. I believe this is Josh D's first stone. Yes. And they're going to look to take out that red shot rock. Jackie Sharp on this one quickly. She's going to have to hold this line, and it looks like she's doing a really nice job of it. They've got the one, going to spill over. Oh, all behind all those guards again.
Beautiful.
That's going to be really, really difficult to get at. So 2 tries by and Jared. David Zimmerman, the skip, looking to just sit inside that Yellowstone that was just thrown. Over on sheet B, the dirty emojis have stacked a third one in, protecting those 2 stones. But Yellow's still sitting 1. And now Clayton Elliott looking to take out that shot stone. Should be a fairly straightforward hit. Plenty of room there from that side. And with red having the hammer, I don't think they particularly mind just hitting and sticking. Yeah, keeping it straight, and I think this is just going to be a beautiful nose hit. Yep, no roll there. Red sitting 4, very nice. Over on sheet C, looks like yellow is still sitting 1 after that first red stone. Oh, excuse me, that was the second red stone, so here comes the hammer. So now yellow's going to simply try to draw. They only need full 8 for their 2.
For those watching the sheet A stream, I like that nice cluster of guards on sheet A.
Oh, wow, yes. If you can see that on our AD stream, we've got, looks like 7 stones piled up in front of the house. That is honestly fairly beautiful.
If only there was anything to go, well, they sort of are guarding one.
Yes, I have no boons, yet I must flee. Coming in with their final stone.
Yeah, on sheet D, this is hammer on sheet A is hammer, I mean, right now, which is just a draw. It looks like it'll stop. Yes.
Yep. Over on sheet C, Queens of LSDei did make their draw for 2. So at the end of at the finish of the first end, it's Queens of LSDei 2 tries by and Jared having the hammer in the second end. Over on sheet B, we're getting ready for the hammer as well. Red now sitting 2. That's Team Dirty Emoji. It's definitely 2, might be 3. Hard to tell from this vantage point. But red does have the hammer, so it looks like they're going to set up for a quiet hit and just try to push that Yellowstone out of the way, which would really give them a very nice payday if they're able to pull it off. But this is kind of a dangerous shot. They do not want to hit that shot stone. But it's the first end. The risk really outweighs, or the reward really outweighs the risk. Sweepers on this one real quickly. Now they step off. Jumping back on, just trying to make sure that they get the right angle here. And looks like it's just going to come up a bit short and tap the yellow. And, ooh, I think that actually cuts themselves down. It's only going to be 1 for red there. But even so, that was really the safe play. You know, in the first end, you don't want to – you can't win a game in the first end, but you can certainly lose it. And Team Dirty Emoji being nice and discreet there. Only taking the 1 as we move on to the second end. Team Dirty Emoji taking the 1-0 lead over I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee. Quick check on sheet A. Slide Into Me took 1 against Come From Behind. I don't have information on who had the hammer there. And then Strap-On Sliders and Team Curiosity. They are still finishing up the first end. I believe this is the hammer coming down.
Hammer coming down. Looks like it's going to crash on the guard, leaving 1 red for Strap-On Sliders on sheet D.
All right. Queens of LSDei on sheet C, setting up a very nice top 12 biter and a top 4 biter. So no guards yet. 2 tries by and Jared looking to just get rid of those. Oh yeah, that's definitely coming with some weight. The sweepers are not bothering with that. Oh, but it looks like it's hanging out a bit. This might, yeah, unfortunately that is not coming back nearly as well as they hoped. So now Team LSDei has an opportunity, and it looks like, yeah, they're going to call for a guard here to try to protect those stones. You know, they've got control of the center of the house, but if you don't have any stones up in front, they are all sitting ducks. Over on sheet B, still a open house, just 1 red guard up in front. I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee have the hammer. They have the final stone in the end. As a reminder, welcome to the Potomac Curling Club and the annual Glitter Bombspiel, the nation's premier LGBTQ Bombspiel for all of our friends and our allies. I'm Steve Kaltenbaugh alongside Ken Clark, calling the action for all 4 sheets. As we see a nice draw coming to the back 8 for Team Dirty Emoji. Looks like it's maybe a little behind the guard, but I Have No Bones looking to just play a corner guard and set up their own end. Over on sheet C, LSDei had a real nice, fairly high guard, and 2 tries by and Jared are only able to clear that guard away. So LSDei looking to simply put it back, maybe a little closer.
I guess Queens of LSDei are just playing with three people this morning.
No, I think just Conor stepped away for a moment.
Oh, he did?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw him earlier.
Ah. And Josh calling for the guard, but back.
Yeah, it's absolutely the right call. This will be the 5th stone of the end, so after this, we are playing the 5 guard rule, no ticks. So after this, all guards are fair game. Yeah, just looking to keep this on the center line, but it does have to get over the hog. This is going to be close, I think. Leena might have come up a little short, and unfortunately, that's going to be a hogged rock. This is going to give Two Tries by and Jared an opportunity here, and yeah, Skip Zimmerman looking to immediately blow up that first stone, hoping for the double. And this is definitely going to get one. Let's see if they're able to get two. There's the first. Getting rid of the shot rock. The top shot only spilling out to the side. Still top 8. That is apparently the only stone on. From our vantage point, it does not appear that red stone is on the ring. So yellow's still sitting 1. Over on sheet B, red currently sitting 1. That stone in the back 4, still good. The only stone in the house. Sort of half covered. Starting to get a few more guards, including a very high guard for yellow. Looks like Team Dirty Emoji calling to just tap up that red stone that's right next to the center line. Move it up a little bit into the rock or into the rings and keep it guarded up. It's coming down. It's looking pretty good right now, actually. Nick Datlowe sweeping it, just trying to make sure they get the line correct. And yeah, nice little tap here, moving it up to mostly top 8, and I'd say it's about a third covered. It's also covering that shot rock really nicely. So I have no bones. Clayton, Elliott, or excuse me, Ryan Claussen calling to blow up that guard and basically see what else they can get. If they nodes that guard, they'll definitely get that second stone, I think. And I think that's got to be the right call. This looks like it might be a touch inside, though. This might actually miss the guard, which could be very interesting. Yes, they missed the guard. Just knock away that second stone. Will it stick in the rings? It will not. So now yellow takes their stone over to top 8 on the far left side of the rings. Red's still sitting 1. It's mostly covered. With yellow having hammer, that stone out in the out on the wing is going to be real useful if they're able to get that shot stone out. So now Team Dirty Emoji, Kyle Foster looking to guard it up a little bit more. Maybe try that tap up again. Yeah, I think that's the play. Trying to get that angle correct. The angle looks really good here. Just a little tap. It's not going to outcount, but it's going to cover up that shot rock really nicely. And I have no bones going to have to do a lot of work to get at that shot stone. They're going to have to have a really precise run back. And yeah, they're just going to try to run that guard back again. Team Dirty Emoji doing a really nice job of protecting their shot rock. One, two, and they are.
That helps, yep.
Oh, that absolutely helps. They get the double. Their Yellowstone does sit right next to the center line, so it's still functioning as a guard. I'm sure they would have preferred to roll that away, but they would much rather have their stone there than the red stone. Jumping over to sheet C again. Queens of LSDei sitting out on the wings. Two tries by and Jared. They have the hammer. And I believe we're on to skip stones there. Yes, this looks like the first skip stone for Two Tries By and Jared. That's David Zimmerman skipping. Jumping back to sheet B, looking to cover up that draw path. I think they were thinking that I Have No Bones might try a quiet weight hit, maybe a hack weight or a backline hit to get at that shot rock. And now I Have No Bones trying to figure out what they would like to do. It looks like they're saying just peel away that yellow guard, get the center open as much as possible. Oh yeah, definitely coming with some weight here. They're able to hit this on the inside. They should be able to clear out some room. But it looks like it's going to be a straight nose. Will they get that shot rock? No. But they do move their shooter away, so a nice lane down the middle. If it sticks around, they should have an opening to clear out that red shot rock. But Team Dirty Emoji says, no, we are going to plug that hole. This is the first shot rock, I believe, for Team Dirty Emoji. Kyle Foster getting in the hack.
For skip rock.
Oh, excuse me, skip rock, yes. Jonathan Ochoco holding the broom. Line looks pretty good. They should be well around any of the danger spots. Just trying to make this sit somewhere on the center line. If they can get it in, I think they're really happy with that. Put a little bit more pressure on. This might be... Yeah, it's going to sit just next to the center line. Now, the tricky bit here is this does leave a double opportunity. I think if you nose this or get it just on the inside, it should be enough to get both of those yellow stones out. So I Have No Bones with an opportunity here to work towards their deuce. Jumping back to sheet C, Two Tries By and Jared currently sitting one with the shot rock full top 12. Queens of LSD are hanging out on the wings as second shot, and skip David Zimmerman looking to bring this in for a second counter. Just trying to make sure they're passed, and yeah, that's a beautiful draw, just touching the button. And yep, that is 2 points for Two Tries By and Jared. They get their deuce, and it is all tied up after 2. Over back to sheet B, they just clear out that top, still leaving that shot rock. Team Dirty Emoji will have one more shot to try to cover that up before the hammer.
On sheet A, that's the hammer just trying a clean hit for 3, clean nose hit, but shooter spills, leaving 2. 2 red on sheet A.
All right.
Here with sheet A.
Yes, so come from behind will take the 2-1 lead after 2 over on sheet A. And on sheet D, looks like Team Rosti is sitting 1 now. Let's see, it looks like we are just going to skips rocks there. Team Rosti playing the Yellowstones does have the hammer. The strap-on sliders looking to have kind of a quieter weight hit, I believe. Just trying to thread the needle between that high red guard and the yellow third stone in the top 12. Back to sheet B, a very nice guard just on the edge of the center line. It's going to be very difficult to get at that red stone. So now I have no bones, yet I must flee has to figure out how they want to approach this. Do they want to try that really long double? Do they want to try the angle run back off their own Yellowstone? Frankly, both are very difficult, and from our vantage point, I don't really see a draw path. The port between those two red stones is covered up by a very high yellow guard. So it looks like they might be... With that ice, I'm going to guess they're going for the yellow tap-up. I don't see any reason why they'd be drawing. I don't think they'd have enough room to make it all the way around. So I think they're calling for tapping up that yellow. Stone is away. Super's on this, just making sure that they get the right angle. As it looks like it might be, this might be coming up a touch light. The angle is there, but I don't think the weight is there. And yeah, this is just going to be a steal of one for Team Dirty Emoji. Really well played end all the way around. Team Dirty Emoji doing a really nice job of getting into the house early and then setting up their protection. So Team Dirty Emoji taking the 2-0 lead after 2. I have no bones, yet I must flee will maintain the hammer. Jumping back to Sheet C, we're in third end action here. Queens of LSDei knocked away a red stone and are now sitting shot, just touching top 4. 2 tries by and Jared immediately calling to get rid of that yellow stone. Queens of LSDei do have the hammer in this end. And looks like it moved a little too much for what they were hoping. So that Yellowstone's going to stick around, and now Queens of LSDei have an opportunity to guard it up, or it looks like instead they're going to hit out that red stone. That's the plan, at least. And if they stick around, they'll be sitting 2 with 1 nicely on the wings.
Yeah, haven't seen Conor reappear yet.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. They do get the hit. Unfortunately, they do spill out. So yellow just going to be sitting 1 there. Mark Welker getting in the house, representing the Triangle Curling Club from our friends down in North Carolina. Looking just for the takeout, looking for a clean house, and looks like it's just going to be a nose, so they're going to sit top 8. Over on sheet B, this is a nice quiet weight hit, and they are going to get that Yellowstone out of the rings and spill over to the right side of the house, sitting top 12. So Team Dirty Emoji without the hammer, sitting 1. I have no bones looking for the hit of their own. It's always tough trying the hit going away from the center line. I think pretty much all ice, it'll move very quickly. I think Potomac honestly moves even quicker jumping off the center line. And yeah, unfortunately this goes a little bit too far to the outside. So now Team Dirty Emoji trying to think what is the best way to set up the steal once again, and they're going to try to go top 12 right on the center line and protect the middle of the house.
Over on sheet D, it's a hammer for LSDei, trying to tap back a yellow. Looks a little light. I think it looks like leaving a steal of 2 for strap-on sliders here.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They had the opportunity, but just coming up a bit light. Our ice, playing last night, it started slow, it sped up in the middle ends, and then it got slow again. So if that's how it goes, you do have to give a little bit of an advantage to the home teams who have a better idea of how the ice goes. As we see a very nice hit for the Queens of LSDei, spilling out, keeping a clean sheet. I have no bones looking to take out that shot rock. Might be coming up a little light though, so they could just be sitting on it. This looks like it's going to be a corner freeze, maybe. Oh, spilling just a little bit to the outside. If Team Dirty Emoji wanted to hit that out, it's there, but instead they're just going to try to cover up that shot rock, continuing to play for the steal. I feel like they took a lot of ice for that. It's going to have to move quite a bit. And it's not going to cover up, but it is going to come right into just touching the forefoot. Red definitely sitting 2. I can't tell it from this vantage point which is shot. But I have no bones, yet I must flee, looking to not make it a big deal and just get rid of that top shot. Over on sheet C, we currently have a clean house. 2 tries by and Jared moving to skip stones. Just looking to get in the house right now. Very nice hit there for I have no bones. Red's still sitting 1 on that sheet, but yellow's starting to put on the pressure. If they are able to get rid of that red stone, they could be looking at a nice end. Team Dirty Emoji, though, planning out, and looks like they're gonna go for the hit themselves on that top yellow stone. They do have to be careful here. They want to hit this on the broom side so that they're not accidentally jamming on their own red. It looks like they should have plenty of room. Yeah, they do need this to curl a little bit, though, just to make sure they get a piece of the yellow, and they will. Spilling the shooter out the right side. So red's still sitting 1. It's going to be a precision hit if that's what they decide, and looks like they will, yes. Really just want to make sure that they don't accidentally knock their yellow out if at all possible. This is the second stone for Chris Bruton wearing a lovely gold outfit. Sweepers on this, just trying to make sure they keep it straight. And yeah, very nice nose hit. Yellow now sitting 2. Team Dirty Emoji, though, looks like they're going to go for, they're going to try for the double, going a normal weight hit. I think if they just hit this on the inside of that top stone, they should be able to get both of them. Jonathan Ochoco. Yeah, definitely coming with some heat. Just have to make sure they at least get the shot stone out. And it looks like they're just going to get the 1. Yep, straight nose hit. Yellow sitting 1, or excuse me, red sitting 1 now.
But a little hard to get it out of there without jamming on the yellow, so.
Yes, so it's going to be...
He can get it out, but you lose the shooter probably, so.
Most likely, I think the easiest way, or at least the safest way, is going to be a quieter weight hit, maybe a hack, and just spill to the right a little bit.
Yeah, you don't have to get the red all the way out. If you can push it back 12 or something is fine too.
Yeah. Chris Bruton with his second stone of the end. Sweepers on this one pretty quickly, just trying to make sure they keep the line.
Yeah, it's going to overcurl a bit, I believe. Is it?
It's going to be, ooh, I think they might be okay.
Is it? Okay. Oh,
yes,
just barely.
Very nice shot.
Yeah, wow.
That just skipping by that yellow.
Ideal. I mean, that double's still there, but at least
it's still there, but it's a slightly tougher shot. They Team Dirty Emoji has to hit this just maybe a third on the inside. And considering how quickly the stones are moving off the center line, they might need some real heat on this. Kyle Foster getting into the hack for his first stone. Yep, trying to hold the line as best they can, and it is already moving pretty quickly, so I think they will just get the 1 and sit just behind the redstone. Yellow's still sitting 1 there. Sheet C has finished the third end. I'm afraid I don't have the score yet, so when they hang that, we will update the scoreboard.
Yeah. Yellow must have scored because they threw first.
Yes.
So
Queens of LSD will have the lead. Exactly what that was, we will let you know as soon as.
Probably 1. They were keeping it pretty clean. Yeah, I was watching Sheet A, which is Hammer now, or coming soon. So I was watching Sheet A too closely and didn't pay attention to Sheet C.
Yeah, apologies for that. We are trying to keep track of 4 games at once. We are doing the best we can, and we certainly appreciate everyone who's tuning in. Team I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee on Sheet B, playing the Yellowstones, looking to just split the house here. Currently sitting shot just behind the tee line. This needs to be half 8 to get second. All 3 sweepers coming in now, and they are carrying it very nicely, just touching 4. Yellow now sitting 2 as we move to the final stone for Team Dirty Emoji.
And on Sheet A, the draw came up a little short, but they still get 1 for a slide into me on the third end on Sheet A. So tying up the score at 2-2 on Sheet A.
Team Dirty Emoji looking to take out that shot stone, and likely spill. I mean, in a perfect shot, in a perfect world, they spill out and get after that second shot as well. It's going to be a very difficult shot, though. The angle is tough, and especially, once again, the way that these stones have been curling off the center line. This is going to need a lot of precision here. Super staying off this, and now it's starting to push a little bit. Just trying to make sure they get the one, and oh, just missed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So real golden opportunity for yellow here, for I have no bones, yet I must flee. If they are able to essentially repeat what they just did, draw into full 8, they will be able to get 3 here. Claussen setting up in the hack.
Okay, here it goes. Hammer on sheet B.
Yeah, he turns away pretty immediately, which is either a really good thing or a really bad thing.
No, looks pretty good.
No, it looks pretty good from our vantage point. Just trying to keep it clean, make sure nothing weird happens, and I think this is going to be a very nice shot for 3.
Yep, coming right on into the red.
Yep, settling just in the back 4 there. So I have no bones, yet I must flee. Take the 3-2 lead after the third end. Once again, this is the Glitter Bombspiel, our premier event for LGBTQ curlers and their allies. Thank you so much for joining us. We are at the Potomac Curling Club in beautiful Laurel, Maryland. I'm Steve Kaltenbaugh alongside Ken Clark. Our main focuses, on sheet B, we've got Team Dirty Emoji with the hammer. Now trailing I have no bones, yet I must flee, 3-2 in the 4th end. And on sheet C, it's Queens of LSDei with the 3-2 lead over 2 tries, a bye, and Jared. That is also in the 4th end. Over on sheet A, it is currently a tie game between Come From Behind and Slide Into Me. That is also in the 4th end. And over on sheet D, Strap-On Sliders currently with a 3-0 lead on Team LSDei. They are working towards finishing up the 3rd end. Taking a look at sheet D now. Looks like this shot is from Laura Yee, trying to sit in between those 2 guards and just cover up that center line, and looks like Laura's done a really nice job there. Red's still sitting 1, and there's a lot of protection up in front of the house here. So Team LSDei is going to have to most likely draw around. It looks like they are going to set up and try to draw around the right side. There might be slightly less room, but considering the shot rock is on the left side, as long as they're able to get around the guard, there's a little bit more room to maneuver. Checking in on sheet C real quick. Team Queens of LSDei with a very nice tap, just protecting that shot stone a little bit more. They now have 2 in top 4. Shot stone has 2 guards in front of it, a half guard from the red stone and a fairly high, looks like a 3-guard or so from our camera angle. But 2 tries by and Jared looking to possibly double them out. Quite honestly, I'm not sure if the angle is there. They can definitely get both those rocks moving, but I think
Oh, that's a lot of weight.
that is a lot of weight.
That's
Something's
right. It'll
going to
definitely
move. I don't know what yet, but let's take a look.
I think it's just the outer one.
Yeah, let's see. Will they be able to avoid the?
Okay,
Unfortunately,
well,
they jam on the red.
There were many possibilities there, and okay.
Yeah, they do kick that other Yellowstone all the way out to the wing. Yellow's still sitting 1. Shotstone is now in the back 8. And I'd say that was definitely a very good result for 2 tries by and Jared, as now they're sitting 2nd shot, and Shot Rock is a little bit more open. Queens of LSD, though, looking to protect that Shot Rock as best they can. They definitely want this on the center line. Don't want it too deep, though, to leave the opportunity for another
that's
double.
Heavy. That's going deep.
It is unfortunately going deep.
Hopefully won't take out their other one.
I don't think so. It's because it's also hanging out quite a bit. So at this point, they're just going to try to sweep it off to the side. Get a little bit of a nudge, and
still sitting at least 1.
Yeah, I would definitely say Yellow's sitting 1 from our camera angle.
It looks more like 2, but hard to say.
Yeah, that is close one way or the other.
But both in the back, which means there's all kinds of backing here for this. I think just trying to draw in with using the Yellows as backing here.
Yeah, I think that's a great move. Even if you're able to just nudge it back a couple of inches and take those essentially out of play. This might be coming up a bit light, though. The sweepers are on this, working really hard. No, sweepers have held this really nicely, and they're just going to sit right in front and pop that right on the pin. Very nice shot. It's going to be tough for the Queens of LSD to get that out without jamming onto one of their own. And if they do get it out, I think they're definitely going to lose their shooter.
Yeah.
So it looks like they are going to sacrifice at least their shooter. Going to come with a pretty heavy hit here.
Well, not necessarily shooter. They get a nose, and they
that's true. Yes.
He shot rock and just lose something in the back.
Yeah.
Or probably both.
Yeah. As a reminder, red has the hammer on this end. So
okay, on sheet D, this is the hammer for Arioste, trying that draw in.
Looks like it's spilling a little too deep, and it's going to be another steal of 2 for the strap-on sliders. They now bump up their lead to 5-0. First stone for Josh D. Again, looking to get rid of that red stone on the 4. Angle looks pretty good here. And, just jamming. Yellow shooter spills out to the wing here. So red definitely sitting 1 now, I believe.
I don't know.
Ooh, you know what? You might be right.
Yeah, I think it's yellow, but
ooh,
that's probably in measuring territory there. But
yeah, I would definitely say it's measuring territory. It's the cameras here are not perfectly centered on the button, so there might be a little bit of optical illusion there. I mean, I think the fact that Ken and I are looking right at it and can't quite agree should tell you that this is probably a measure as it stands right now. Here comes the first skip stone for 2 tries by and Jared. David Zimmerman, the skip, getting into the hack. Looks like he's going to just try to draw this back into the 4-foot. He has that backing of the Yellowstone. But I think he would much prefer to get this around the guard at least.
On sheet B, there was a nice draw by Team Dirty Emoji. Leaves them sitting 2 at the moment with, well, they're still in the middle of ice rocks here, I guess.
Ooh, looks like David is...
Okay, no need for a measure anymore.
That's appreciated.
uh,
Yeah, red now sitting 2 with a nice quiet tap. So Queens of LSD now have 3 in the 12-foot, but unfortunately 2 tries by, and Jared have 2 in the 8-foot. So looks like they are going to call for a hit on that back stone, which is shot rock. So if they're able to hit this, they should be sitting. If they're able to hit and stick, they should be sitting shot. But this very likely is a hit for 2 for red.
So on sheet B, the team I have no bones yet I must flee. Got a nice draw to outcount one of the reds, but red is still shot rock there. And what are they going to try doing? Oh, okay, they're on sheet C. Nice clean hit on the red.
Oh, yeah, and a nice flop over 2, getting a little bit of coverage.
And on sheet B, I have no bones, just trying to get to the yellow, or are they trying to guard that line?
They're sweeping it pretty heavy. I think they might be trying to they're trying to hold that line, but I think it might touch that yellow. This is going to be dangerous. And
okay,
no, they've done a
works.
really nice job of getting it past, and red's still sitting 1.
And their shooter kind of blocks the draw path.
Yeah, they are making it very difficult for I have no bones, yet I must flee. Trying to figure out how they can block this up.
So Dave Zimmerman trying to hit something yellow here on sheet C. Is this his hammer on sheet C, I believe?
Yes, it is. Just trying to get rid of that stone in the back 4, and looks like they'll do
keep the
just
shooter.
that.
Does the shooter count? Yes, it
Oh,
does.
yes. Very
So
nice shot. 2
for
tries
2.
by, and Jared get their deuce.
And go back into the lead.
Yep. So at the after 4 ends, it is 2 tries by, and Jared 4, Queens of LSD 3.
And on sheet B, now we're trying to hit the red. It's kind of hanging wide there.
That is hanging wide. Now it's jumping in.
Okay, that'll get the inside.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just an inside and a little inside roll.
All right, not bad. Gets rid of one of the red ones, but on the other hand, it leaves the draw path now. So, yeah, it's not ideal.
Not ideal. So red currently sitting 1. They need to draw into, I'd say to be safe, full 4 for their deuce.
Or discard the draw path.
Well, this
right?
isn't a hammer yet. No.
Yeah.
This is, I
First
believe.
skip rock for them, I believe, right? Is that right? Or
No,
are
I
we-
think this is their final vice stone.
The final vice, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's still plenty to go. And this okay, on sheet A, I think, no, that's the last yellow on sheet A.
Yeah, this looks like it might be coming a touch light. So instead, they're just going to play for the guard. Although the sweepers are holding this really nicely. Will they be able to push it into the 4? Not quite, but they do. That might have overcurled a bit. I think with a quiet hit, yellow might be able to get at that.
Yeah,
It's a-
dangerous because you could end up tapping the other red back or something. But yeah, I think
It's
have to
a
try
tough
for it.
shot, but I think it's there.
I mean, you don't have to move it. As long as you just move it a foot, you can get 3. So,
well, you can sit 3. It's still
Oh.
the beginning of skip stones.
right, yeah.
So
yep.
So at this point, even if you crash that guard, crash that stone that's half 8, that at least opens it up a little bit. So there is some tolerance, but I don't think they want to move any of their yellows right now. So I think they're playing this a little tighter because they definitely want to get to the inside of that red shot rock. And so if they, like I said, if they crash the one on the 8-foot, they'll just move it out of the way and open up that hit path a little bit more.
Over on sheet A, Amber is throwing hammer. And just trying to, I guess they're trying to bump their red into the yellow to make a little bit of more scoring area, but it's a very, very, very tough shot and unlikely to get more than one here.
They might be trying to angle in. No. Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen there.
No, the weight was nice. It just didn't curl quite enough.
Yeah, and
okay, one red for come from behind.
Yeah, honestly, very well played end for both teams. Red doing a really nice job of stacking it up in the back. Over on sheet B, they did crash that yellow in the top 8. So Red's still sitting 1, and I have no bones yet. I must flee now, trying to figure out how they protect their second and third stone and or get those red stones out. I don't think it doubles there because the way the stones are set up, it's going to crash immediately into those yellow stones in the back house.
There may be a very precision double, but it's
I mean, from
you lose a shooter, but
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, from an engineering perspective, I think the math might be there, but
yeah.
you know, we're talking about possibility, not probability here.
Yep.
It looks like they're instead going to draw in. Most likely to just try to sit in front of that yellow second stone.
Plenty of weight.
Plenty of weight, yeah. They would like it to curl a little bit more. They might be wicking off their red. No, they do avoid the red, and it's actually going to sit right in front of right on top of the button. So that's going to be shot rock now. Red is sitting 2, but they do kind of open themselves up. That there is a hit there. This is a very crowded 4-foot here. 5 stones touching the red at some point.
Yeah, so this is the last yellow?
Yes, this is the last yellow for
right.
I have no bones.
So what they want to do is just tap that red back a foot so they can use it as backing. So just a foot or 2.
Yeah, they want to take over shot and hopefully sit on top of the on top of the button, trying to protect it as best they can.
Right, but I mean they don't want to hit the red all the way out because then they don't have the backing that they need. So
right, yes,
just a nice little move it a couple feet.
Yeah, once again a very precision shot here.
A lot of weight for what I was expecting.
Yeah, they might be trying to wick off the top red here.
No, actually, it's not as much weight as I thought.
Oh, yeah.
It is back house weight.
Line looks really good here. They just have to make sure this gets around everything in the top.
And moves the red enough.
Oh, not quite, though. Red's just
No.
going to move to the back of the button
But is
here.
yellow counting second?
Yes, yellow is definitely counting second.
And it's really hard to get more than 1 here if you're red, but I think
you know,
I
I'm
guess-
not so sure about that.
you hit your outside red over, maybe?
I think, well, no, I think if you hit the outside of that yellow that they just threw, I mean, you definitely have to hit the outside of the yellow. I think that would then hit the yellow in the back 4.
I mean, anything's dangerous, though. Do you take your 1?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Or do you try to, I guess it depends where you are. It's like, well, 1 will tie it up. And there's still a number of ends left.
Yeah, this
the
is
worst that's going to happen is you give up 1 if you really screw it up. And I don't.
It looks like they're playing it safe, which I don't disagree. What they might be considering with this is if they're able to hit on the outside of the redstone that's just biting the 4-foot on the broom side, they might be able to slash it onto the button. If they do that, though, I think they would need more ice.
Yeah, it doesn't look. Maybe they're trying to hit the red into the yellow. And it's hard to say what all that would do. A lot of things to be bumping around.
That is only draw weight, though, so Yeah, I think they might be going for a quiet wait. Yeah, it looks like they might be just trying to hit that yellow just to the outside. But I don't think this is going to do it, unfortunately. Just going to catch the outside of that red. They really played it safe there, and honestly, that was probably the right move.
Very interesting end there on sheet B.
Yes, so red's going to take their 1. Team Dirty Emoji ties it up with I have no bones, yet I must flee, 3-3 after 4. All right, let's check in on sheet A here. They are in the 5th end as well. Come from behind, currently with a 3-2 lead over Slide Into Me. Come from behind, playing the red rocks, but Slide Into Me has the hammer. We've got 2 stones on the button, and from our vantage point, I think it's yellow sitting 1, but it's very difficult to tell from this angle. Red is sitting top of the house, or top of the button though, so. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of detritus, shall we say, in front of the house. 5 guards littering the front, so it's going to be very difficult to get to either of those stones. So if yellow is content to, if they think they are 1, they will probably be content to just keep junking it up and make it as difficult as possible to get rid of those stones. Over on sheet D, Team Urasti currently down 5-0 after 4. They're in the 5th end, or excuse me, they're in the 4th end as well. But yellow currently sitting 2 with a nice 3 guard. The strap-on sliders looking to get at that shot in the 4-foot, touching the button. Laurie with her first skip stones. And it is going to crash on that guard. I think it was going to be a little tough getting at that first stone. So instead, just peeling away the guard and saying, it's all right, I'll get you next stone. Putting the pressure on Team Urasti to put it back. Now, considering you're down 5, yeah, you definitely want to get points here. But they might also be considering the hitting out that 1 redstone on the wings and slipping back into the 4-foot, just to try to put a little bit more pressure on. Yeah, they're coming out fairly wide here, so it's going to be interesting to see if I think they called the hit, but yeah, I think that's just going to be a maybe a bumper or controlled down hit, just to try to get that redstone out and then sneak into the 4-foot. Put a lot of pressure on the strap-on sliders. If they do stack that up, though, I've played against Laura, and she's got some lasers in her back pocket, so she very easily could move some granite. Team Urasti, the skip, Gabriel Urasti with his first stone. Looking to... that looks like it's coming up very light. Ooh, will that make the hog? And, oh, unfortunately it doesn't. That's going to be a golden opportunity for the strap-on sliders. And Courtney Flick wasting no time setting up the broom. There's definitely a double available. I think a straight nose hit should be able to get them both.
Back on sheet C, Josh makes a nice draw, but it's exposed. It's currently shot rock. And
yeah,
two
Laura's
tries
shot
immediately
is
causing for, oh, and Laura gets one out.
gets
okay.
one. Yellow's still going to be sitting one though, unable to make the double, and so Gabriel Rosti looking to just draw in. If he's able to touch 4 foot, that'll get the 2. This is hammer coming up. Yeah, they took a look at the hit, but that's going to be super, super dangerous.
On sheet B, Dave Zimmerman heading out Josh's rock, boom, and Dave's rock rolls out to.
Yeah, Team Dirty Emoji playing the Red Rocks, currently sitting 2. We are on second stones there. Just looking to pump another one in, it looks like. And this one's hanging out a little bit. They've got the backing, though, so they might be just trying to, yeah, tap that red stone back a little bit. Red now sitting 3. Shot rock is on the center line in the 8 foot. Jumping back to sheet D, looks like that hammer is going to come up short again, so it's going to be 1 point for Team Rosti. They now trail 5-1.
And Josh just threw hammer on sheet C.
Yep, looking to draw for 1. Needs full 8 here, and looks like this is going to be a really nice shot. Yep, just sliding in. Full 8,
yellow.
Exactly what they needed. 1 yellow, and Queens of LSD tying it up 4-4 after 5. Jumping back to sheet B. This is, let's see. And, ooh. Just trying to open up the middle a little bit there. I have no bones, yet I must flee. And they do so nicely. Red's still sitting 3. The yellow guards are pretty well spaced out. Yellow does have the hammer in this end. So now Team Dirty Emoji trying to figure out, okay, what can we do to protect what we've got and keep the pressure on. It looks like this is most likely going to be a high draw, aiming for the 12 foot. Just protect the center line just a little bit more. Super's not on this too much. Now they jump on. Again, just trying to make sure the line looks good, and this is going to just sneak onto the rings. I actually glided a little bit further than I expected. Almost full 8. Not quite on the center line, though, but Red's sitting 4. So now it's a really putting the pressure on I have no bones, yet I must flee. Looking for a bumper weight hit on the stone that was just thrown. I'm going to guess that they would like to roll to the broom side and try to hide behind some of that cover. Yeah, as soon as this jumps off the center line, it's really going to jump. So sweepers on this one fairly quickly, and it is moving. Looks like we might be catching the outside of it, and they do get a piece of it. Will yellow stick around? Unfortunately, no. And it moves that red stone into shot, now sitting in the top of the 4. It is, I don't believe it's really covered up by that yellow stone. So definitely still available for a hit later. But Team Dirty Emoji looking to clean that up a little bit, or excuse me, to muddy that up a little bit. Jonathan and Ochoco looking to put another one right on that center line, guarded up. And line looks pretty good here. They might actually be coming down to that shot. No, it's slowing up quite a bit. But the line is over-curling a little bit, but it is going to maybe half cover that.
Yeah, I mean, if you hit it, you lose the shooter. So
for sure.
It's a good place to be. Not ideal, but it's great.
Yeah, so I have no bones. Instead, calling for a draw just to the 8-foot, looking to cut down Team Dirty Emoji, go from sitting 4 to sitting 1 if they pull this off. Yeah, it seems like it's hanging out a bit to the outside. They're going to need this to curl. It is going to be around the guards, but will they get it to where the skip wants it? Sweeper's on this real hard and coming up a little short. Looks like red is still going to be sitting 4. This
fifth. Oh, right. Yellow is 5th. I thought you were
Yes.
saying yellow, but yeah. Right. Red sitting 4.
Yeah.
But it's a rock you can use. It can be bumped up. So it's,
absolutely.
at least
It can be bumped. It can be run back.
Unfortunately, it is guarding the shot rocks, which is so. Yeah.
And now, Team Dirty Emoji saying, "All right, if you're going to want to use this later, then we're going to use it right now." Looking like they wanted to just sit in front of it, maybe an angle freeze, which I think is a great play.
Right, Kyle with his first shot, skip rock here. I mean, anything anywhere around the center is good enough, really.
Oh, absolutely. And quite frankly, if I'm skipping and I get to throw a guard, that means I know I had a really good end.
Yep, it's over the hog line. It'll be a guard.
Yeah, but they do need this to move over a little bit more.
It guards the tap back of the yellow, and the red hit on the red's not there. No, that's excellent place.
Yeah, that'll do really nicely. And so now if you're yellow, what's the play?
Yeah, they're trying to end off the red that's there.
Yeah, I think that's got to be the play, to try to cut down. If you're able to get on the inside of that stone that is right next to the broom, they should be able to flop to the inside, certainly cut down and possibly get shot. It's going to be tough for that, but it'll definitely be a cut down.
I missed the end sheet A, but I guess red must have scored, so it must have gotten a steal for red, so I'll just count them for 1 unless I see otherwise.
Yeah, looks like they got a steal of 1.
Oh, they did hang their score already.
Yes,
okay,
they did.
Yeah, forgot which end they were on.
Ryan Claussen in the hack, getting ready to deliver his first skip stone of end number 5. Sweepers on this one pretty quickly. Might have come out a touch wide, but they're dragging it over a little bit. Will they be able to get that stone?
On the outside.
They get 1, or they at least push 1 back.
Okay, so they're counting. They're now 3rd rock instead of 5th, so that helps.
Absolutely, yeah. But Team Dirty Emoji still with a lot of control in the end. They are sitting 1-2, I might say 1-2-4-6, and it looks like, it looks like they just want to push out that stone that was just thrown by Have No Bones. Try to sit 4 again. Just a nice control weight hit. Don't need too much of the rock. But you do want to hit this on the inside. 1, so that you don't accidentally jam on that red stone in the back, and 2, so that you get a little bit of an inside roll for both protection and extra points. And considering yellow has the hammer here, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to even score on this. Stone coming down. Sweepers looking to get this just on the inside. Looks like they will. Not much of a roll. And they do jam on that red stone in the back, but red now sitting 4, putting a lot of pressure on I have no bones yet I must flee. Looks like they're going to call for that in-off, which I think is the right call. The draw path is really, really difficult. So if they're able to get an inside hit on this red stone that is right next to where the broom is being placed, they should be able to spill into the 4-foot.
Yeah, at least cut them down to 1 or 2 instead of right now they're red sitting
4.
4. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it is a precision shot though, so Skip Claussen here is really going to have to be solid with both weight and broom. Sweepers keeping it clean for now, just trying to make sure this gets the 1. It's going to be, it's working over now.
Just nose.
Yeah, unfortunately this is just going to nose, and red is going to steal 2 points on this end. So Team Dirty Emoji takes the lead 5-3 after 5. I have no bones yet I must flee will maintain the hammer. All right, let's jump over to sheet C here. They're in the 6th end. Let's take a look. Yellow, the Queens of LSDei, currently sitting 2 with a couple of stones guarding it up in the center in front of the house. A very nice draw here, trying to get around that stone touching the 8-foot, and it's just going to sit in front there, giving actually a little bit more protection to that shot stone. So yellow still sitting 2. 2 tries by, and Jared playing the red stones. They have the hammer in this end. And as a reminder, that game is tied 4-4 in the 6th. Taking a look at sheet A, over there also in the 6th end. Team Slide Into Me has the hammer, playing the yellow stones. They currently are sitting 1 with a couple of rocks in front of the house. That yellow shot stone is pretty open, and they're going to try to guard that up and hopefully get another counter. Sweepers looking to make sure they get that line right and hopefully put it in the rings. This is going to be close. They need to really work on it. And will they get a biter? Ooh, it's close. Not quite. They do cover up that shot rock pretty nicely, though. So it's going to force come from behind to likely spend a stone getting rid of it. Well, you know, I say that, but they're going to call for the normal weight hit from the inside. They're going to try to run that port. I'd say it's maybe a 1.5 stone width. And if they're able to get through there, they should be able to get a clean house there. It is not really leaving the center line, though, so... Oh! Very nice shot. Just sneaking by all of those guards, and it's going to sit all the way in the back of the house. So red now sitting 1, come from behind, looking to put some pressure on Slide Into Me. It was a really nice hit there.
Sheet C, down weight hit attempt.
Yeah, it looks like that's going to crash on the guard, but it is going to spill into the rings there. As a reminder, 2 tries by and Jared playing the Redstones. They have the hammer in this end, but yellow, Queens of LSD, are sitting 2, and there's a lot of coverage on the center line. There's a high yellow guard, 2 guards that are roughly 3 or so, 2 Redstones in the top 12, and then Shot Rock just back 4.
So Josh about to throw his last yellow. Is that right?
It looks like
yellow?
I believe so. It's kind of hard to see.
There's some other yellows sitting down there, but I think they're from the other sheet, right?
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
So this should be his final stone.
Yep.
I'm going to guess he's looking to pump another counter in, probably sit top 8, just guarding up that Shot Rock even more.
Yeah, it's got plenty of weight, and the line looks good.
Yeah, line looks really good here. It should move.
Okay, they're just leaving it to guard the draw path and the hit on the yellow. So yeah, nice place.
Yeah, very nice.
It's sitting 2, and what do? They can double out the yellow. I don't know if there's any way you can score on this one.
Yeah, that's going to be really difficult. I don't think there's a port there. So I think they might instead be looking to
just get rid of one of the yellows, get rid of the top yellow maybe, and call it good enough. Even that's hard. I don't.
Yeah, maybe if you slam into that top red, it'll be a double run back.
No,
it's still really difficult though.
Yeah, you don't really have a clean shot at anything.
I think
it's so messy up there.
Yeah, I think at this point you have to try to draw around the side, kind of take your medicine and hope you cut them down to a steal of 1.
Yeah, it's a good call at this point because it's a tie game and you've still got a few ends left.
Yeah, this is the 6th end, so we are playing 8 end games.
About 25 minutes left on the clock here, the timer clock that people on the IC is. It's when the 25 minutes run out, you just need to finish that end. So you can get 2 more ends in here.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And yeah, this is definitely trying to draw around the outside. This is pretty far outside though. They want to keep this clean. I don't know how much they've thrown this far outside.
So it's got to curl to full white and
yeah,
get there.
I mean, they're trying to bring it. It's going to be close.
Come on, full white.
Keep going, keep going,
nope,
keep going.
Not going to make full white, that's for sure.
No, just could not. Oh, no.
With a little kick, it can.
Yeah.
Okay, steal of 2 yellow.
All right, so the Queens of LSD are going to take a 6-4 lead with that steal of 2 after 6. All right, moving back over to sheet B. This is Team Dirty Emoji, and I have no bones. Get I must flee. I have no bones playing the Yellowstones. They have the hammer. Team Dirty Emoji with, looks like they are just going to miss the outside of that Yellowstone. Red certainly sitting 1. I believe it's just the 1 right now in the back of the forefoot.
Yeah, just 1.
So I have no bones, get I must flee, trying to figure out what's the best way to score, and it looks like they just want to sit on those 2 reds, which I think is definitely the right call. There's a few guards up there, so if they can get to the center line, it's going to be real difficult to remove it.
So over on sheet D, it will be hammer for strap-on sliders. They're sitting 3.
It's definitely, definitely 3. It might be 4. There are a couple of biters way in the front of the house, so really hard to tell, honestly.
But they don't need a lot of points, so I think they'll just go for the draw here. You could try to chip out the yellow and roll in, but
I mean,
they're happy with 4.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. The yelling is sheet A looking to tap one of their yellows into shot position, and yellow still sitting 1. I think it's just the one. I don't
Yeah,
think they're
just
able to
one.
outcount that red in the back right now.
On sheet B, a little tapping that yellow over, and leaving red sitting 2, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely 2, and I think it's just the 2. I think yellow is still outcounting that one in the back 8.
Okay, there was hammer on sheet D, and I wasn't actually watching. Did it crash or something? I think it was just the. Well,
I think they came up a little light.
Yeah,
But
so
we'll wait for them to hang the scores. Back to sheet B. They are looking to draw again. I think they
hung 4
Oh, there we go.
on sheet D, so 4 for strap-on sliders gives them a
Ooh.
big lead.
This is coming up a little light, and it's over curling by quite a bit on sheet B. It is actually missing all of the center guards, and instead they're just going to use it as a guard for their Yellowstone. Red still sitting 2, and Team Dirty Emoji playing without the hammer. Looks like they're going to try to get into the 4-foot and put even more pressure on. Yeah, if they can sit top 4, cover up that button, they're going to make it extraordinarily difficult for I Have No Bones, Get I Must Flee to score anything here, let alone a multiple end.
This will just be a guard here on sheet B. Just,
yeah, perfectly happy with that.
Trying to guard the draw path. It's over-curled a little bit.
Yeah, it over-curled a little bit, and it's pretty high, so yellow should be able to get around that. Let's see what Ryan Claussen wants to do. And, yep, aiming for the top 4, it looks like. It looks like a good amount of ice there. Yeah, stones away. Sweepers staying off this right now.
Yeah,
that might be a little heavy, and it's got to move.
It might bump into a red if it can curl enough.
It's going to be close.
Okay,
that's checking up really nicely. Just catching the back 4.
So it is sitting shot.
It is sitting shot, but it is fairly open. I think a lightweight tap, maybe a hack tap or even a back line, just to move that back a foot and a half would be not only possible but essential.
But, I mean, freezing to it works fine, too, if you're not trying to get a lot of points. And
that's true, yeah. Team Dirty Emoji has a 2-point lead. They're without the hammer, so they could be perfectly content to just sit on top of it.
Yeah, and they have another rock, too, so if freeze, they could always bump it and put to a bump later if they have the shot.
That's true. Stone is away for Kyle Foster. Sweepers on this one pretty quickly, just trying to hold that line, making sure it's around the red guards. Looks like it might be a touch light, but well, they're definitely around the guard. They might be instead just trying to cover it up and be content with giving I Have No Bones the 1, which I think might be a good call here.
Oh, I Have No Bones looking at the run back the yellow.
That's an interesting call.
It's dangerous.
It's super dangerous, yeah. But if they can go yellow onto red onto yellow, that opens up the possibility for a multiple point end. But it is a very difficult shot. After 6 ends, they might have a better idea of how the ice is playing right now. And so if they can figure out the angle, it's there. It's a pretty long run, though, and running your opponent's stone is always dangerous.
Especially when your shot rock is yellow and could get hit by the opponent's jamming. So.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. They really might only need to just hit this on the outside. And if they kick that red pretty sharply to the left, they would be sitting at least, well, they'd still be sitting 1, but they would make the multiple point end a lot easier for them.
Yeah, I mean, they may just be trying to run back into their own yellow and do an in off their yellow on the T line.
That might be in the back of the planning book, like Plan H or something. You gotta push this over though if they want to get anything.
They're going the in off on the one on the back now.
Yep.
But it's not even going to get to the inside. Nope.
No, and instead they're just going to spill that out. Yellow's still sitting 1 with a lot of coverage, but now it's going to make that. It's going to make a multiple point end extraordinarily difficult here. So Team Dirty Emoji now trying to figure out what they can do to make that even harder.
Yeah, so there's potentially a draw path to the 4 foot on either side, but it's probably not to count.
Yeah, I mean, for yellow, it might be to count if they can get to the 4.
Yeah, that's a good point. So you block the side that yellow would be the easiest draw for yellow. So.
Yeah, and I think they've made the right choice there. On the right side, there's with that yellow guard sticking out plus the red on top of on the 8 foot. I think the left side is definitely the easier draw path. And if you're yellow here, presuming that this is the house that you're going to be facing.
All right, so here comes Kyle's draw on sheet B, and it's just wide, I think, not curling. Not going to do anything.
I think this it's going to sit in the back of the house. They just want to make sure that this is inconsequential, and it most likely will be.
They didn't want to give anything for an in-off, yellow in-off. So.
I mean, that's the wise play here. So now the question is, what do you do if you're yellow? The dangerous play is running yellow onto red onto maybe the back reds, or trying to kind of get a reverse angle there out to the right, which is really difficult.
So they're going for the draw.
Yeah. The draw is a hard shot, but it's significantly easier than whatever I was just talking about.
I mean, especially since that yellow, that red rock didn't curl much on that path, so maybe hard to get it to curl enough to count here.
Yeah, I really think they're going to have to throw like maybe even a guard or a top 12 and just get the sweepers to really do a lot of the work. Pretty much just have the sweepers on immediately, just trying to curl it over. And sweepers on this one pretty quickly. I don't know, weight looks decent. Yep, just trying to push this over as far as they can.
That might work.
This might work, yeah.
They can get it.
They got to keep
enough.
going, though.
Yeah, sweep hard. It's going to come up late.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate.
One yellow.
Yep,
The line was good, yeah.
But at the same point, like we mentioned, in a situation like that, you have to take what your opponent is giving you. And you take your 1, you line up the hammer for the 8th end. But now the focus has to be making sure that your opponent gets only 1 in the 7th so that you can take the hammer back.
And when we weren't watching sheet A, another steal for come from behind.
Yes, so they are now up 5-2, and they are currently in the 7th end, and come from behind also sitting 3. Quick check-in on Sheet D, the strap-on sliders with a commanding 9-1 lead over Team Uriasti. They are in the 6th end. Yellow, Team Uriasti sitting 1, and looking to run that yellow all the way back into the red that's sitting in the back 8. Checking in. It looks like, yeah, we're going to focus in on Sheet A this end, because come from behind, as we mentioned, sitting 3. This is a really nice draw for Slide Into Me. Looks like it'll sit right on the button, just front button. So yellow now sitting 1, come from behind, immediately calling for the hit. Just a nice bumper to control hit. If they're able to get to the inside of this, they can roll under both that guard and that red rock in the top 8. They're trying to push this over, and looks like they're going to catch the outside. And they are able to spill that yellow out, and it looks like it is out of play. It is hanging in play, but is out of the rings. They lose their shooter. Red still sitting 3. So now come from behind, looking to put a little bit more pressure on. Looks like, yeah, they want to draw to back 4 here. Content to be a little deeper, but they really want to get behind those 2 other stones, just to the left of center line. This is, I believe this is the first Vice stone. So that would be Glenn Prince with his first. Sweepers on this one, trying to carve it over. And it's still got to move quite a ways. Here it comes. Looking to make it, once it hits that center line, it'll really move. And yeah, they are able to slip it just a little bit past that red stone. Yellow now sitting 1. But it is pretty well exposed. So come from behind is going to...
So over on Sheet C, it's coming up on hammer. Dave Zimmerman, Josh just drew one into the back of the house, and Dave Zimmerman would like a blank here. It seems like his hand signals indicated. So he's just trying to hit that yellow out and go for a blank, and then we'll give him the hammer in the last end.
Yeah, fairly open hit there. Just don't want to nose this. Definitely want to get their own shooter out as well. Looks like it's moving pretty quickly. They want to... Looks like they're going to hit the outside of this. And... Oh, okay, unfortunately, well, they are going to stick around. So they will take the point, but they're going to give up the hammer going into the last end.
So we'll need a steal on the last end for a tie or win.
All right, jumping back to Sheet A. Yellow's still sitting 1. And they are coming down with their second Vice stone, looking to just kind of guard that up a little bit. Will it make the hog line, though? Unfortunately, it won't. So come from behind is going to have another opportunity to try to get at that yellow stone if they so desire.
On Sheet B, a good clean takeout. Yep, hit and roll to the center, or the center line. So beautiful hit on nice. Sheet B.
Yeah, red Team Dirty Emoji now sitting 2. One in mostly in the top 8 and one biting top 12. Looks like I have no bones, yet I must flee, looking to just sneak around that, just draw in behind and use those as cover. I believe that's Dara Merz with her second stone. Got to make sure you're around that yellow guard. Oh, just getting a piece of it. Might as well spill into the might as well spill into the rings there, and looks like that's going to stick around on the wings. Red now sitting 1. I think that just moved a little bit more than they were hoping. Jumping back to sheet A nice hit for Slide Into Me. They do jam a little bit onto their red, and they lose their shooter. So red now sitting 2. Slide Into Me does have the hammer as we move on to their first Skips Rocks. This will be Christopher Mina. Mina? Do you know?
I don't know.
Oh. We're going to stick with Mina because that's what I said first. Just looking to, I believe, draw around. Maybe they might be looking for a quiet hit. No, just draw around. Yeah, weight looks really nice here. Just want to make sure they get around that red. And they are going to tap it. They are going to roll into shot, but that's pretty well exposed. So come from behind, I'm sure, is going to put the broom right on it and say, let's get this out. And force Slide Into Me to draw against 3. We've seen Come From Behind do a really nice job of putting pressure on the skip of Slide Into Me, forcing them to draw against multiple stones for a number of ends in this game. And that has really borne it out with a couple of steals. Jumping back over to sheet B, we've got Team Dirty Emoji looking to get the 1 yellow stone out of the rings and sit 4, talking about putting pressure on their opponents. And this looks pretty good. Not actually hit weight, though. Pardon me. That was my mistake. It is going to be a very nice draw, though. Blocking up the center of the house. Red now sitting 3 there. I have no bones, yet I must flee. With going to their second Vice Stones. This will be Chris Bruton, again wearing the solid gold. Looks like they're going to just try to take out that red stone and flop to the inside, try to get behind some of that cover on the center line. Sweepers on this one fairly quickly. And they're going to get just to the inside, a little bit of roll. Oh, that's very nice there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yellow now sitting 1, and there is an awful lot of cover there. It's going to be really difficult for red to get at it from this vantage point. There is, I'd say about a 1.5 stones width port there between those 2 yellow guards. And if they hit it, it's actually lined up pretty nicely to run those reds back. It's going to need a lot of weight, though. So Kyle Foster getting ready. Oh, yeah, a lot of weight coming. Sweepers on this one pretty quickly, just trying to hold that line. I think they're okay if it crashes the guard, and it will do so. But they peel it away, making that port essentially non-existent, making it a lot easier to hit.
Over on sheet C, Josh trying to get anything red out that he can hit, and successful. Another clean red gone. So just needs to get rid of a few more reds to win that game.
Yep. Over on sheet A, we did not catch the finish of that end, but it looks like it was a steal of 3. So yellow unable to convert with the hammer. So it is now team come from behind, not coming from behind, actually up 8-2 over slide into me. And that is going into the final end, making it very, very difficult for a comeback.
And speaking of the final end, there's 1 minute and a half left on our timer. So any ends that don't finish the next minute means they're the last end.
Which I do believe that's going to be all of our games. This should be coming up on the final end. I believe that sheet D has finished up. They are doing their draws to the button for the contest. So I'm going to go ahead and say the strap-on sliders did pull that one off. I don't have an exact final score, but
I think they actually Yosti actually scored 3 in that last end. They were last I looked, they were sitting 3, so we'll give them that. So it's not bad for a last end, but still called the game.
Yep,
so.
strap-on sliders taking the win there over Team Ariosti. Jumping back to sheet B now. Here comes the first skip stone for Kyle Foster and Team Dirty Emoji. Still looking to get at that yellow shot rock. Looking for a kind of looks maybe a bumper weight hit. It's going to be pretty tough. There's a lot of coverage of that shot rock, but there is a little bit exposed there. The timer has gone off, so these will be the final ends for everyone. Stone is away. This is kind of all over the center line. It's going to be crashing, I think, the yellow guard, and we'll see how this changes things. Redstone pushed to the back of the 12. That's going to be sitting on the third stone. Yellow's still sitting 1, and now yellow has to figure out how are they going to get their multiple points here. If they are not going to, well, if this is going to be the last end, which it is, they need at least one to tie, 2 to win. As a heads up, sheet C, the Queens of LSD do have the 1-point lead, 6-5, over 2 tries of Bai and Jared. They're in the 8th end. And the red team, 2 tries by and Jared, do have the hammer for that end, so we will keep an eye on that. Back to sheet B, team I Have No Bones, looking to draw around, try to get another counter in. Sweepers holding this off the center line, but this might be a touch light, and yeah, that's going to come up light and just serve as additional protection for the center line, which at this point might not really be needed. So the draw path is definitely there to get into the 4-foot, but it's just going to, I think it would really just be biting the 4-foot. It would be very difficult, I think, at this point to get in and get behind everything. It doesn't seem like the ice has been super swingy.
So on sheet A, that also was declared that the final end, so it shook hands. So going to go ahead and end that stream.
Yes, so thank you for joining us on the Sheet A and D stream. Please join us on the BC stream for the conclusion of those games. Team Dirty Emoji looking to sneak around everything on the center line, get into the forefoot. Looks like they're wide enough to get around everything, and it's jumping curling now. Just trying to get a little bit of the four, and very nice shot, just sitting on the tee line. Sitting shot. Unfortunately, it is pretty, was that hammer? That was hammer, excuse me. So, Team Dirty Emoji taking one that end. They have taken the victory 6-4 over I Have No Bones, Yet I Must Flee. So that game is all done. They're going to do their draws to the button for the contest, so which means we're going to put our whole attention onto Sheet C. That is the only game left on the ice. As a reminder, Queens of LSDei playing the Yellowstones have the 6-5 lead over Two Tries, Abai, and Jared playing the Red Rocks. Red does have the hammer. They are currently sitting one. And I believe this is Red's first skip stone. So they want to get a counter in and guard up that shot. So they just want to sit somewhere on the 12-foot, right on the center line. Ken coming out and taking some team photos. Lovely to see. As a reminder, we will be back on the stream in just a little bit for the next draw. And we will be here all weekend. This is, once again, the Glitter Bombspiel at Potomac Curling Club, beautiful Laurel, Maryland. The nation's premier Bombspiel for LGBTQ curlers and their allies. I'm Steve Kaltenbach. Ken Clark's been joining me all stream. We are so happy to have you all with us. As Two Tries, Abai, and Jared have their first skip stone away, looking to sit on the center line, trying to hold that line, and it looks like they might just be tapping theirs back a little bit and splitting the house. Yeah, that's a really nice shot. So that red shot rock is going to sit on the center line just in front of the button. Second shot is just outside the 4-foot on the tee line.
Oh, it's out there taking pictures. What happened on Sheet B?
Sheet B finished up. Red was able to take one, so
okay.
Team Dirty Emoji took the 6-4 victory. Leena Hornlein holding the broom for Josh D, looking to get out that shot rock, and if they hit on the outside enough, they could get both of these, but job one absolutely has to get that shot rock out. This might be slightly more difficult for Josh as a lefty. Jackie Sharp trying to get a little bit of curl, but looks like they're just missing, unfortunately. That had a little bit more weight, and I think it just didn't curl the way they needed it to. So an absolute opportunity here for Two Tries, Abai, and Jared. They need two for the win, so they're trying to figure out how to get those two here. But they do need to steal at least one if they want to force extras. I do see Conor is back on the ice, so he's okay, but since he's been out for most of the game, he won't be playing. But it is good to see him, out and about, and yeah, we'll check in on him, make sure he's doing okay. David Zimmerman and Jared Farley trying to figure out what the right play is here. As a reminder, they do need to steal at least one to keep this game going. And right now, David's saying, I want to sit right in between my other two stones. Yeah, they do. The clock is done. They're the only team left on the ice. One thing you can't forget about here is because they have lost all of the ambient body heat from all of the other sheets, the ice may slow down slightly unexpectedly. So we'll see if they're able to take that into consideration. Looks like they're setting up just on the outside of the 12. Really, they definitely want to counter. They want to protect their shot rock as much as possible. And they don't, more importantly, they don't want to give up a double or even worse, a triple. Queens of LSD chatting in front of us here, just having a little fun, making sure that they know what the plans are going to be. Sweepers on this one pretty quickly, trying to hold that line. And right now it looks like they might just be tapping a little bit. Ooh, it's over curling. Will they be able to get a piece of their shot rock? No, this is going to slide all the way to the back. Will it stay in? It does not. Oh, that is a real unforced error, unfortunately. Queens of LSD now have the opportunity. If they can take one of these out, it'll be a tie. If they can get the double, which is a definite possibility, they can take the win.
Now, just a nose on the shot rock will give them the win.
Oh, my goodness, you're right. I kept thinking about the steal, but it's red who needs the steal. Yeah, a simple nose on the shot rock will give them one and the victory. Yellow is up one right now. Thank you, Ken.
If they could get them both out and lose the shooter, they'd still win.
That's true, yeah.
Too. That would, I think, be impossible on that layout. But
yeah, the only thing that they don't want is a hit and roll out or a hit and or a total flash. But this is definitely hitting one.
Nice nose hit for one. Yep.
Lovely.
And the win.
Yes, Queens of LSD taking the win 7-5 there over 2 tries by and Jared. Really well played from both teams. It was a very clinical match. Not a lot of mistakes. So very well played. So with that, we are going to finish up our stream for the noon draw. We'll be back in just a little bit for the next draw. Ken, when's the next draw?
3:30. We're doing a scrape. I think it's 3:30, something like 3:15, 3:30. Anyway, scrape between these G's draws, so it's going to be a little bit of a break here.
Okay, so yeah, we're going to go grab some lunch.
Well, I'm going to go do the scrape, I believe. So.
Oh, okay. Well, make sure you get some lunch after this because
actually I had an early lunch and it was quite good. So yes, enjoy.
Yes, the kitchen team, as always, doing incredible work. If you are in the area, please come on down, say hi to all of your favorite curlers. We will be back around 3:15, 3:30. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, we will see you in a little bit.